Mr. Craig, or Mr. Wagley, could you come up, please? Either one. I just have a clarification. So you said earlier, if we don't adopt this, it will throw us into economic crisis. What were the plans for next year?
We'll look at the budget next year. We have to see what the taxes are going to be next year.
Okay, so there is no plan for next year.
Generally, we have a 3.5% increase in revenue,
Okay.
which amounts to about between $1.2 and $1.5 million.
So just again, after listening to an hour and a half of people come up and explain why we need these spent, and both sides are very, very good causes. And I agree with Mr. Jeremy Reese, who said this is a horrible situation. You've negotiated a contract and allowed us to vote on it last week without telling us that it was contingent on those opioid funds being appropriated.
The opioid
Yeah.
funds have been appropriated
Without using without this additional appropriation being adopted.
with revenue that had been with appropriations that the council approved.
Again, you negotiated a contract and allowed us to vote on it last month without telling us that without adopting 725, that it would send us into economic crisis. Hold on a second, please. And so both sides are very deserving. The police should not have to get up here and argue why they deserve 5% because you do. And the community should not have to plead their case for prevention services. I've had numerous emails from people within my district and quite frankly from people within your district, Mr. Garrett, on why we should use this for prevention. And so you've placed the council in a horrible position where we have to choose between two very good causes. And so I say shame on you, the administration, for putting the council in this position where we have to choose between two very, very worthy causes. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Just to clarify, 6 of the 1,664,523.28, 68.4%, which is $1,138,450.51, is dedicated strictly to the treatment of opioid addiction.
And that's lovely, sir, but you did not tell us last month that if we did not adopt this ordinance, that it would throw us into economic crisis. That was never in the minutes. That was never explained to council. And so I feel that was a lack of transparency on your part. I feel it was very unfair to this council to put us in this position. And I'm very frustrated with this situation, sir.
Mr. President?
Yes.
And to go along with that, again, I go back to the negotiation. The fact that we were not in the negotiation or it was not shared with council.
Representative
that this was,
council was in
it was not shared with council. It was not shared with council that was part of the negotiation either. And we did ask for someone to be in there who would actually share it with council, and it didn't happen either.
Point of order. Yes.